What up, world? Man, it's your boy, and we back, man, with another Chatterbox podcast, man. I missed y'all on last week, man, but we had to be safe and not sorry, man. A lot of stuff was going on last week, and so I wasn't finna get out there. Hopefully, everybody made it through that storm safe, man. Every time this happens, I don't know why it happens like this, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse that, but man, hopefully y'all made it through that last week, man. That storm and all that stuff. Hopefully y'all didn't get any hails on your cars and stuff like that. Hopefully everybody was safe. But we wasn't here last week because we wasn't finna be on nobody's news or nobody else's podcast talking about the Chatterbox. Didn't have no chill. They wanted to go get it in, and now all of them in the hospital or something. So we was safe last week because of the weather. And so we back this week, man, with another segment, man. It's your boy tonight, man. Y'all got me tonight. Out to yourselves, man. What's up, Minister Tranisha? What's up, everybody, man? We about to go in tonight, man. I missed y'all on last week, man. So you know your boy, he about to let loose tonight, man. Do me a favor, please, man. Like, follow, and share this, man. Like, follow, and share. Tag somebody, man. We definitely gonna have this conversation tonight. Been a lot going on in the last week. I don't know about y'all, but last week was probably one of the longest weeks, one of the hardest weeks I ever encountered in my life. I'm telling you, it was so freaking hard, man. But look, we here. We about to get it in, man. I'm finna send some tags on there, man. Y'all do me a favor and tag some people, man. Please tag some people. Don't leave me up here by myself, man. Y'all help me out tonight, man, because I want to get this podcast out there, man. Look, we are a positive platform for the community. We just want to be a voice to the voiceless, and definitely want to be your voice. If you got a situation, you got a topic that you want to talk about, put it in the comments. Send me a DM, man. I ain't afraid to talk about anything you want to talk about because this is what we do. We are a voice for the voiceless, man. But look, what we talk about last, Calvin? What was our last topic of the show? Look, it's been so long. We ain't been here in a minute. We were talking about anxiety. Hopefully that helps some people, man. We talked about the many stages, many phases, many types of anxiety. Hopefully that helped y'all on last week, man. Because the week before last, we ain't been here in 2 weeks. The week before last, man. Last week, man, was a very, very hard week for me and my family, and I ask y'all, man, could y'all please just keep us in y'all prayers, man. We went through a murder trial, man, the trial of my brother-in-law killing my brother, man, and shooting me up, man. It was really, really draining, really, really trying, and it was just a lot of stuff that happened on that week, man. And we'll go into it, man. I'm gonna actually do it one Monday. I'm just gonna talk about the whole situation, what led up to it, how it came to pass, the situation in itself, man. Me being shot up with somebody standing up over me with a gun, shooting down at me, man, and all of the many emotions that was running through me at the time when it was going down, because I don't think you could ever imagine getting shot down by somebody you loved. I don't think you can ever imagine going through a situation like that and, you know, not just coming out of it but alive, but coming out of it in your right mind, coming out of it. You see, we celebrated a victory, but it wasn't because we lost 2 people. That's not nothing to celebrate. It's because we didn't lose ourselves, right? We didn't lose ourselves in that situation, and it was really, really tough, man. A lot of tears were shed. A lot of things were said, a lot of things came out, man, but I'm not going to go too deep in detail. Just know that it was a hard week for us last week, man. We are here today, man, only by the grace of God. And so please keep my family in your prayers, man. Please like, follow, and share this, man. I hope y'all week was going good, man. It's Monday. And your boy is tired, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sitting up here holding on to God's unchanging hand. You hear me? I'm holding on to God's unchanging hand. But y'all do me a favor. Please like, follow, and share. Please like, follow, and share. Please like, follow, and share. Tag somebody. Please tag somebody. We finna go up, man. We finna talk about some stuff, man. And I really want y'all to get involved in the conversation because it's me and y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's me and y'all tonight. Y'all gonna have to be the reinforcement for the situation. Y'all gonna have to help me drive this vehicle tonight, man, as we do going forward and how we doing in the past, man. Y'all just come in. We gonna walk all the way through. Yeah, I know it was hard, sis. I know it was hard. I know you walked out many times. It was tear-filled, man. Y'all really don't. I don't think you could ever imagine the emotion, the mental attack, all that stuff. It was really, really hard, man. But we go have that. I'm inviting people to come on if they willing to come on and share their perspectives on it, man. And we go talk about that situation going into the future, man, because I really want people to understand how jealousy and envy can cause somebody to look at everything you do good for them as an attack on their character. And that's important, man, to realize who you got around you. You might be thinking that you're doing something good, but on the flip side, they looking at you doing something bad, man. And you got to really know who you got around you, man. You got to know who you got in your circle, because you can't be friendly, you can't be nice to everybody, man, because everybody is not looking at you in that way, and you trying to be cool with them, man. You go have somebody, you know, it's snakes in the grass, man. It's things that happen in this world, man, that you can never imagine. But we go talk about that going forward. It's going to be soon, so y'all just stay tapped in with us, man, as we go forward with this. Man, so, excuse me, we talked about anxiety the week before last. Tonight, listen, y'all walk with me now. Walk with me. Don't y'all get quiet on me. Y'all keep on coming. What's up, Jaslyn? What's up, Jaslyn Curtis, man? Good to have you on here. What's up, Deesh? Good to have you on here. Good to have you on here, Quita. Good to have y'all on here, man. Look, we finna walk this thing out. Guess what we gonna talk about tonight? We gonna talk about what's your go-to through move. What is your go-to through move? I want you to think about that for a second. We're going to talk about it on a few levels. It's not going to be on one level. I want to know what your go-to through move is, because you probably never even asked yourself what your go-to through move is. But I want to know, what is your go-to through move? Look, I want to talk about real quick, man, this situation that happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock, man. I want to talk about it real fast, man. If y'all don't know what happened last night, man, we got a video right here, man. We're going to put on this video real quick, man. And I want y'all to see this, man. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all thoughts on this video is, man, because, man, this is some wild stuff, man. I don't think this has ever happened in the history of television ever before. I want y'all to look at this video and tell me what y'all thoughts on this is. Cue the video of let me put out this disclaimer too. It is the raw, uncut version. Let me tell you that. It's the raw and uncut version. It's going to have some cursing in it. We will put out this disclaimer first. It's going to have some cursing in it. So, look, we finna cue it. I want to see what y'all thoughts are. Y'all cue it up, man.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Say, man, listen, I don't know what y'all think about that, man. Please tell me what y'all think about that, man. Say, man, that is crazy. He knocked the response time out that boy. You see? Man, he knocked the response time out of him. Don't joke about my family, especially if they're going through something. I get it. I'm with you, sis. Don't joke about my family, especially if they're going through something. Oh, that's cool, man. What y'all think about that, man? I mean, what would you have done if you were Chris Rock? Like, I mean, I don't think nobody could just walk up on those stage. I don't know. I don't think nobody could just walk. I know for a fact could nobody just walk up and slap me on a regular, let alone on a stage. I don't care what nobody say. He knocked the earth, wind, and fire out there. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He really, really went all the way there with it, man. I'm curious what y'all think about it, man. Y'all tell me y'all true thoughts. Don't tell me what y'all tell me y'all true thoughts about it. I mean, it's a podcast, man. Look, there ain't no judgment passed here. I'm just curious on what y'all think about that, because that is something that is really, really, if nobody has ever did that one in the history of television. Talking about walked up on the stage and smacked that boy so hard. I believe he was in Everybody Hates Chris. And for a second there, he didn't know what to think. Like, golly, he just said, wow. Wow. Will Smith just slapped the out of me. Say, man, listen, he could have handled it after like a mature adult, and Chris would have had the chance to apologize, but I would have fought him back. I'm telling you, ain't no way in the world that boy could have turned around and walked away so smooth. I don't care who you is. Look, you ain't finna knock the iRobot out of me and think that I'm not finna get on your case like one of them robots out the movie. I would have been all over you like a monk. I'm telling you, ain't no way you would, out of a G.I. Jane joke, I don't know. I think it was some more to that, man. Ain't no way in the world that it led to that off a G.I. Jane joke. Ain't no way in the world. You got to think about it, man. They already had history from 2016 from Chris Rock getting on their case. Yeah. Chris Rock was tripping. I get it. I get it. Chris Rock was tripping. But does that justify this boy walking on stage, slapping that boy like a little kid? Do that justify it? Would you let him talk about your wife? But see, you got to be able to see, words are words. You got to be able to, you know, I could slice him just as deep as he sliced me. These are words. I can use words too, you know, but I'm not fenced to jeopardize my character just because somebody is, you know, talking sideways. It was really truly a joke, and I get it. You know, you don't know what your wife going through at home with the situation she going through. I get that, but at the same time, where's the class? Is that classy? Like, is that classy to you? I mean, I don't get it. Like, you jeopardizing everything. And you're not just doing this, like, when you're in that position, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're representing an entire race of people, period. You're representing an entire race of people. And this is how we act when we're offended. Let me ask you this, because we're talking about what is your go-to through move. What's your go-to through move? What is your go-to through move? When you get offended, what is your go-to through move? Now, I'm going to tell you this. Go-to through moves do change as we grow in time. They do mature. But I really want to know, what's your go-to through move? It definitely justify, but Will is tired. It doesn't justify, but Will is tired. Like on my job, we tell the leads over and over, nothing is done, so we handle things ourselves. And I get that. You know, you can't, it does not justify it, right? It doesn't justify it. Now, back when I was in high school or something, I'm telling you, man, say, I probably would have been rocking with Will. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Bro, you keep people name out your mouth, don't talk about my mama, all that stuff. I would have been rocking with Will. You know, but here, who I am today, that is just, it's disgusting. I'm just going to be straight up with you. It's disgusting. You don't do that to another man, especially when you're in the position that you're in. Not only in the position that you're in, you could have easily sliced that boy down. You got words too. So check that ish after and let that person let that person talking, you're not to be played with. Let them know you're not to be played with. Yeah, you got to let people know you're not. Like, he could have easily said, say, bro, you going too far. Like, he could have easily, he didn't even, like, dude didn't say nothing. Like, he gave him that grin, like, bruh, man, slapped the mess out of them. Like, you just walked. Chris Rock wasn't even expecting to be slapped on the cool. Like, y'all seen how he was standing. Bro was totally caught off guard, man. Boy walked up to that boy with one of them smooth Muhammad Ali moves. You know, he was Muhammad Ali, so you know he had some skills. He got a little skills with him. Chris won't do it again. I bet he won't. No, he definitely won't do that one again. I mean, yeah, he definitely won't do that one again. Yeah, he did apologize, but I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on it. This is what I'm asking, though. I'm actually past the Will and Chris thing. What is your go-to through move when you offended? I seen that twinkle in his eye. That was a little crazy, sis. I mean, people do all kind of stuff, but what is your go-to through move? I'm curious to know. Like, do you slap people when you through? Like, what do you do when you through? I want to know. Don't sugarcoat it. Let me know. Let me know. You ready to fight? Like, I think Will was ready to fight. I have honestly been in position where I had nervous breakdown and depressed. It elevated me the whole next 2 hours reckless. And we all are reckless at times. I'm telling you. It was a time in my life. Well, when I was through and you offended me, I'm telling you, I'm done talking. let's see what you got from the shoulders. And I don't know if you know what that means, but I'm basically finna come from the shoulders with it. I'm finna see what you got from the shoulders. But you know, as I grown, man, I realize, man, say most people only use words when they ain't got no, contentment about themselves. And I know Chris Rock wasn't trying to go at her like that. I don't think Chris Rock actually meant it to be, an offense like that. I think he was actually just joking. But I don't think he actually thought about what he was doing at the time when he was doing it. That was just, it messed him all the way up. Jazz say, you abusive. Oh, Lord, have mercy. We gonna pray for you, sis. Who else abusive on here when you get offended? I'm curious. Don't sugarcoat it with me. Do you get abusive when you get offended? Verbally, physically? Do you get abusive? Like, when you get offended, what is your go-to through move? I mean, I'm curious. I just want to know. Jasmine say, my move when I'm tired is to remove myself from the situation, or if the person if a person is steady, effing with me and all in my face, pushing my buttons, we fighting. Now that's what I'm talking about. See, and everybody's not, honest with themselves to say, man, because honestly, I don't know what I would have did if I was Will. And everybody can sit up here and say, yeah, he was probably wrong, there ain't no justify that. But you really don't know what you would have did had that been you. I don't think you know exactly what you would have did had that been you. Be honest with yourself. If that would have been you, and somebody was talking about your wife or your husband going through something like they were going through and utilizing it as a joke, yeah, you probably would have. I mean, you got to think about what they've been through over the last few years. The whole cheating situation, the whole scandalous situation, the whole entanglement situation, and Will still sticking by her side and all this stuff going on. You got to think about everything that built up to this moment where Will basically almost ended his entire career. People always remember what you did, that one thing you did wrong. They will forget everything you did good just to remember that one thing. You can do a million things good, and I'm telling you, you can do one thing wrong, and people will write you off. I'm telling you, Eric would have pulled a Will quick. Where Eric at? I want to see what he would have did. I don't know if Eric would have. I think Eric would have, kind of, all right, bro. I don't know about that. They both are going through a lot. Yeah, they going through a lot, man. You don't know what's on people's shoulders when they going through stuff. Like, you got to think about it like this. If you was going through what they were going through and you was at your last string, like, you don't even know what was said before the show even started. Chris Rock was probably like, say, man, I'm going to let you know, man. I'm going to get on you a little bit. And Will probably like, say, man, that ain't no good idea. Bro, don't come at me. Don't come for me. And you know how people is. You tell people don't come for you, and some people still try to come for you thinking that you playing. But you be for real. And that is a moment in history that he can never get back. He can never take that back. He can apologize all he wants to, but he can never take that back. On the real, like, it can never be taken back. But what is your go-to through move? Let someone talk about me and my disease. He's popping off. He goes through this with me, so he's not playing with those type of jokes. Period. See, and there's people like that. It's people like that. I don't think you're lying at all. I think you're being serious. Like, I really do think you're being serious, because sometimes people don't understand what you're carrying. And anytime somebody do something to you, it's almost like they trying to knock you over with the load that you got. And so really, it's like a dog, backed into a corner. You fighting for your life. You fighting for, just your existence. You fighting to be content. And I get it, bro. I ain't gonna say I will remove myself. That is a very mature answer. I will remove myself. What is your go-to through move? And so when you offended, but let me ask you this, because I know the plot's about to get thick. What is your go-to through move when it comes to relationships? What's your go-to through move when it comes to relationships? I'm curious to know, what do you do when you through in your relationships? Like, how do you exit? How do you exit out of your relationships? I'm curious to know, what is your go-to through move? I was talking to somebody, man. I asked them what's their go-to through move, and they say they just cut them off. Ain't nothing to cut them off. They stop answering the phone. They stop answering texts. They just cut them off. They through. And I told them that's so immature. I'm not lying. That's so immature. Like, you ain't got enough coot to tell somebody that you're not feeling them. This not gonna work. You rather just leave them thinking that whatever happened, wondering what they did wrong. You just ain't mature enough to. That's what I told him. Kato say leave. How do you leave though? Like that's what I'm asking. Like, what's your go-to through move? Like, you leave is one thing, but how do you leave? How do you exit out of a relationship? I'm curious to know. Me, I'm gonna tell the truth. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Nah, I'm just playing. But I'm gonna tell you, back then, my go-to through move was just to tell somebody, say, man, look, let me tell you something. I don't know if this go. It's not you, it's me. You know, I used to always try to pull them little old moves because I didn't want them to feel like it was them. But, you know, I was actually just tired. I was through, you know, with the situation. Pack everything while they're at work and leave. Oh, my God. Really? Sometimes telling them means nothing. Man, let me tell you. But, I mean, is it an abusive relationship that you're doing this in? Or is this just a relationship that you're just tired of? Now, I can understand that in an abusive relationship. I get that. Like, if they go probably beat you up if you tell them you finna go, that's different. But if you just leaving because you don't want to have this conversation, that's a little immature, sis. I'm just being honest. That's a little immature. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. It's a little bit. And like I say, we grow as we get older. Our go-to through move does change with time. Jazz say, talk about ending it. Right. That's a good move. So what do you bring up when you start talking about ending it? Because do you come at the person and be like, we need to talk, or do you just put it out on the plate? Like, look, man, it's time for us to have this conversation because we've been avoiding this for way too long. It's been gone. Like the flame been out. We just been we got that lighter just trying to light that booger back, but actually the wick is wet. It's not lighting again. Like, how do you start that conversation out, Jazz? Ain't no talking, it's off action because I have tried everything at this point, but telling them that it's off. It's just ain't no talking. I mean, like, my God, it ain't nothing to cut that out. I mean, is that really the best move though? Like, you still leave, you wonder why y'all be having stalkers and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that even if you do end it right, you won't have a stalker, but that's one reason to have one. I'm telling you right now. You can't leave stuff open-ended like that. You can't just leave stuff open-ended. People need closure. Like, you need closure. Everybody needs closure in the situation. Kinfo say, packing the ish and leaving it at the front door. If we haven't made it work, then hasta luego. Oh, okay. I have so many scenarios on my exit strategy. Well, what is your go-to one, though? Like, what is the one that you know without a shadow of a doubt, this is it? This the one right here. If I don't do nothing else, I'm going to do this. If all the other ones don't work, this the one I'm going for. Tired of. Sometimes we have the conversation and they don't want to hear it. So what do you do then? See, after the conversation, then you make the move. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've already had the conversation, and if they think you playing, then you make that move. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have that conversation and let them know that it was real. Problem with that is you've had that conversation way too many times where you never left. I know. Look, I'm just a messenger. I'm just trying to help you on today. Problem is we had that conversation way too many times where we didn't make any moves after that. That's a bad problem. That's a bad issue. See, when you get in the action, or when you get in the nature or the practice of having those conversations, and then you don't make that move, or you make that move and you come back, then you create that. You create that kind of scenario. Now it's not just about the conversation. Now you really have to make the move, and they really have to know that you for real. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be having those conversations and coming back. Right. Having a dope conversation about so we can leave it in a good space. See, I'm pretty sure that wasn't your move back in high school. Was that your move? I'm just asking, Deesh. I ain't trying to put you out there, but was that your move back then, or is that your move now? Because a lot of times we don't even know what our move is at the moment because we haven't been forced in those situations. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So I leave sometimes. People act like they own you. Wow. People act like they own you. I don't know what creates that. Maybe that was a time when you actually became did you actually see the signs where they felt like they owned you? Like, you know, sometimes there are signs when people feel like they own you on the side of wanting to be with you. And some of those signs are very evident. Like you don't And I'm gonna try to help you on tonight, man, on this situation here. You will know when somebody feels like they possess you because they start treating you like a possession. You ever seen how somebody treat an animal or how somebody treat a car? You know, they only talk to them when they're using them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any intellectual conversations with them. They don't have any intimate conversations with them. They don't talk about goals. They don't talk about future. The only thing they talk about is when we go get some, where we go eat. These kind of conversations are very minute to who we are as a relationship. See, a relationship is an intimate thing. In order to be intimate with somebody, you got to see into somebody. In order to see into somebody, you got to have conversations with somebody outside of between their legs, outside of eating food, outside of what we go do. We going to the movie. Now, sometimes you need to just sit y'all butt down and have a conversation about y'all. And a lot of times we miss it because we really in a possessive relationship, not realizing, because you want to have a title. And I'm not saying this is you, sis, but I'm saying a lot of times we want to have a title. We want to just be in a relationship with somebody to say we got somebody so we can look good in front of people that we don't even like. And it doesn't make sense at the end of the day because you the one having to pay the cost because you're spending your time on something that isn't even prospering you and spending our time on stuff that isn't even benefiting us. And that's what's hurting us the most. And that's why a lot of times we end up staying in our situation and our go-to through move be so disastrous. It just be bad. It be bad. Like, oh yeah, I'm so through right now. But you was through a long time ago, but now you so through. Anytime you add so in front of the through, now you're in a bad place. I'm telling you right now, you're in a bad place when the so get in front of the through, because now the actions are going to be very, very outside of your character. Outside of your character. Now you're not even thinking rationally because you didn't let it get to a point where you so through. You was through at the beginning. You just held on to something that you had expectations for, mainly because you was invested. You were so invested. I was so invested in this that I wanted to hold on to it. And that's okay. But as we grow, like I say, as we grow, our go-to through move changes. It changes as we grow. We can cordially, Quita said, we can cordially come to an agreement on separation, which is cool. And then you do have the ugly where you have to fight your way out, kick your way out, or just police games. If it potentially becomes to that, because you have that you belong to me and only me person, and ain't nobody gonna have you if I can't. Now that is a situation where you definitely need to get out of. That is a situation that becomes very abusive. That's one of those situations where it be a murder, suicide kind of deal. You definitely want to exit that. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. As soon as you see those kind of signs, yeah, it's time to go. And you know, people might say stuff like that as a joke, like, shoot, if you leave me, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Shh. Yeah, let me go ahead and start making my exit right now. I'm just telling you right now, we finna figure out what you finna do real quick. We finna figure out what you finna do right now, because that's not the kind of stuff you play with. I'm telling you, people do get possessed, and those are signs. They do have signs, you know. People get guns and stuff. You got to be careful with who you get in a relationship with, especially when they start talking crazy like that and they feel like you a possession and not a person. And once you start seeing those signs, we got to, but do we wait till it get there? And why do we wait till it get there? And I ain't tripping. I mean, you know, I'm not the best person in the world. I'm gonna tell you straight up, that's not me, and I'm pretty sure that's not you either. You know, you can't sit up here and say you've always made the best relationship decisions, but at the end of the day, will you grow from the decisions that you've made, or will you constantly make the same decisions over and over again and be in that constant rapture? These are the questions that people got to answer for themselves, growing in situations like Miss Rice say, people are crazy and you can't play with people's emotions. I'm telling you, say, man, you'll end up in a bad relationship, bad scenario, and now you're trying to fight yourself out of something that you was coerced in. I'm gonna say that one more time. Now you're trying to fight yourself out of something that you was coerced in, and they didn't just do the coercion. You was tricking yourself. You was manipulating yourself. A lot of times, we don't even realize, but we'll manipulate ourselves to be in a relationship. We'll say, well, no, I don't think they meant it like that, or no, I don't think they actually that kind of person, or no, they would never do that to me. And before you know it, them signs start getting more evident as they progress. And now your go-to through move has to change because the scenario had changed. At first, it probably would have been a possibility that you could have cut it off easy. But then you gave them that good. Yep. You gave them that good, and then you cooked them that food. Yep. Then, oh, you cook and you, oh, say. Then you start doing stuff that you shouldn't have been doing because, truth be told, you already knew that this situation was going to get too, it was about to become an entanglement. It was about to become an entanglement. You knew it, but at the same time, you was willing to test that water. And sometimes we test that water at the wrong time, and now our go-to I'm through move has to be elevated because we in a bad situation. And yeah. We wait because we ignore the red flags. I mean, how many red flags do you have to wait on to actually implement your go-to I'm through move? Golly, you mean you didn't see nothing? You didn't think nothing of that nigga sitting on that table, hitting that knife on the table with his fingers on the table. You didn't think of nothing when that boy was in there cleaning that gun 2-3 times a day and he wasn't even shooting the gun on the regular. You didn't think of nothing when that boy said, shoot, the last person that left me, I whooped him. It was my bad. I should have never touched her. You didn't think of nothing. You didn't see none of these red flags. You was just like, oh, it ain't gonna be me. I'm telling you, keep having that thought about these situations and scenarios, and you gonna be the person that's gonna be the ain't gonna be me example. Yep. That ain't gonna be me example. They gonna have you doing some stuff, calling your family and stuff, and all your family. You know how they get when they tell y'all to sign, because you know they ain't no good and all this stuff. You know how family get. Ooh, worst thing you can do is put family in your business when something going like this, boy. I am not lying to you. And it's not so bad that you put your family in your business. It's bad when your family don't really have your back like they should. Instead of telling you, hey, just come on and we go work through it, we go get you out of it. They hit you with that. I told you so. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I told you, and that's not the way it should go, but that's the way it do go. I'm telling you, everybody on here is a witness. You've been in a situation where your family was hands off. I'm telling you, you've been there before. Most females been there before anyway. But you know what the things that aren't good for us are the things that aren't good for us is what we mostly attracted to. I don't even know why though. Like, why are we mostly attracted to the things that aren't good for? Why all good girls want bad boys and bad girls want good boys? Like, why are we mostly attracted to those kind of things? I don't even get it. It is bad because family will talk about why you going through this. You never know what you would do until you are faced with it. Yeah, like you never know. And I'm not saying that it's right for people to do what they do, right? But I'm saying this. Sometimes you got to implement your go-to I'm through move before it get too bad. And, don't wait till you have babies. And I ain't trying to, I know some people already got babies with the one they through with. I get it. I'm not trying to pull no scabs off, no wounds or nothing like that. But we can't wait until we get there in order to, start doing what we need to do for ourselves. Like even in friendships, like what's your go-to I'm through move in friendships? Like, do you tell them that this friendship not gonna work, or do you go talk about them to other people? I'm just curious, like, because this is what I want y'all to understand. Usually, the way you exit or the way they exit determines the reason they entered. Don't worry, I'm gonna say that one more time. Usually, the way they exit determines the reason they entered. Yeah. See, sometimes you don't even know the end game until you get to the end of it. And I get that. Sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you blinded from it. But what do you do when you're through? Like, what are you now? What would, if you was to have a conversation with you from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, what would you now say to that person 15 years ago? What would y'all say to each other? I'm curious. Calvin, what's your go-to I'm through move? Huh? I'm curious. I really want to know, man. I want to know what y'all when y'all done and through with it. Cause you know what Will Smith go to I'm through move is. Will Smith go to I'm through move. I'm gonna slap the out your mouth. No, I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, he was through. He was through at that point. What's yours, Cav?
I'm disrespected.
You disrespectful?
No, I'm saying if I'm disrespected, my first thought is to be hostile.
Yeah.
I think most people are. That's
right.
Why there's so much road rage.
Right.
People take getting cut off as being disrespected.
Yeah.
People take somebody doing something to you without asking permission is just, all that's viewed as disrespectful.
Right.
Somebody hitting you is really disrespectful.
Man, so many levels.
I think if we have to, you know, everybody of course says now that I'm older. I think just when you're older, you use your brain more than your fists. You just have to decide, why am I mad? Why does it bother me? Am I embarrassed? Am I really mad or am I just embarrassed?
I think
Am I
because
really
we get
upset?
tired
Does
fast.
it really bother me?
Yeah.
More now that I'm older, I don't really have too many altercations because I view it as allowing someone to control how I feel. If they can push my buttons, if they can hit me, if they can manipulate the situation and get a reaction out of me,
Right.
now they have an understanding of how I operate, and now I feel like they got control over me.
Right.
So no matter what happens, really, I just kind of let it go and try to stay in control and stay intentional about who I am and why I am.
I can do
So I
that.
don't really have a I'm through move because it's really situational.
Right.
I don't have a go-to one.
Right. So did you used to?
Yeah, man, I used to have a
That's what I'm talking about. Be honest.
kind of like you. I used to have a problem with like disappointing people. So it's backwards. I get it, but if I was dating a chick and I did not want to talk to her no more, I'd make her leave me.
Oh, that's what we do too, man.
And I'd be like,
That's what we do.
The thing to get the one thing to guarantee to do that is to talk about sex
All the time. I'm trying to tell you.
She's
Shoot.
gonna be like, man, I thought you were different. I'm like, man, you already know what it is. You just get more and more disrespectful.
Right.
You already know what it is, man. You already know what I want.
Right.
I ain't really want to talk to them, but don't text me unless you're ready.
Yeah.
Sometimes it backfire, but then she flip and be like, all right, whatever, let's be friends with benefits.
Shoots. And then it just extends the conversation, it extends the relationship. Look, that's just pure honesty. That's pure honesty from a male perspective, though. Like, I don't know what females do when they just through. Like, y'all gave me a bunch of mature answers. I think Quita was one of the most honest answers, and Tranisha especially. She was pretty honest, too. But what is your go-to I'm through move? Like, do you do that today? Like, has your go-to I'm through move changed over the last 10, 15 years, or do you still be childish? Like, a lot of females, I'm telling you what a lot of females do. They'll stop answering the phone. They'll stop texting. And all that stuff. Like, they'll try to cut you off completely. And I'm curious, does that work for y'all really? Like, does that really work for y'all? Is that a way to get somebody to be a boogaboo? Like, I don't understand that. That seems really weird. She said, I would be honest. I would say be honest and upfront. People can respect honesty even if they don't like it. Well, a lot of people can't respect honesty. Just like the like one, who was that said that? I think it was Tranisha or Alicia. Somebody said that, you know, you can be honest with somebody and they'll have a possessive spirit. Now, I mean, yeah, some people do respect honesty, but some people will, you know, try to possess you. And a lot of times we try to ignore it. But, you know, I'm different. I ain't gonna even trip about it. You know, most of the time, if you start trying to ignore me, I'm gonna take it as a sign. And I get it. You know, it's different. As I grew up, you know, I would rather have that conversation. I'd rather have a conversation with the person and be like, look, man, as we mature, you know, I want to just be honest with you. I don't think this is going to go nowhere because I don't think it's actually aligning up with who I am as an individual. I don't think it's going to actually push me to my purpose. At this point in your life, it's no reason for you not to be honest, right? You pay your own bills. You buy your own clothes. You buy your own food. Ain't no way in the world you should be dishonest with nobody at this age of your life. I know most people on here 30 and up. Ain't no way in the world that you should be dragging nobody along with no lies as if they control any part of you. I don't think that should be a good way to, you know, respond to any situation as far as relationships. You should be able to be honest with people and just be like, you know what, man, this ain't gonna work. You don't even know how to cook. You don't know how to clean. You don't even brush your teeth on a regular. Like, you brush your teeth every other day, and your breath stink. Your morning breath be like 2 morning breaths. And you know, you just be honest with. And I mean, don't say it like that, right? You don't you don't want to say it like that and just disrespect people bluntly. But you can think it and actually say something nice and be like, yeah, this is not. It's not for me. You know, You don't even have to say it's not you, it's me. You don't have to say that. You can just say, nah, this ain't our thing. This ain't gonna work. There were signs if they were possessive. Yeah, people can be possessive, man, but most people who are possessive are insecure. I'm gonna just say that. Most people who are possessive are insecure. You will never find a secure person that's possessive. I guarantee it. You name me one secure person that's possessive, and I'm gonna show you a lie. Most people that are insecure are possessive because they are afraid that they will never find nobody else, and so they will do everything that they can to keep you in that relationship, in that bondage, because they already know they really not a person that you should be dealing with anyway. I'm just telling you the truth. Most people who are insecure and possessive like that, they really know that they shouldn't even be in a relationship. So just to be in a relationship is one thing, but to have to deal with the thoughts of the relationship ending and them not having to go through the trials and tribulations of having to find another relationship, somebody who actually, and really people who be in relationships with people who are possessive and insecure, really it'd be like a charity case kind of deal. Like, man, I just want to be with you to show you that love, to show you that the world is good and pure, to show you all these things. And really that stuff be a setup for a mess up. I'm telling you, don't set yourself up like that. Not in relationships. See, my pastor say this, and I'm telling you, this is very profound how he said, you sleeping with somebody you're supposed to be helping. That's why you can't help them. You sleeping with somebody that you're supposed to be helping, but you end up sleeping with them, and now your help is turned into hurt because now they don't see anything. They don't listen to nothing. All they want to do is be with you. I just want to be with you. It don't matter what we go through. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. It matters what we go through. It definitely matters it matters who you are. I don't care who you are, right or wrong. Not that we supposed to be in a relationship. Nah, right or wrong, nothing. Look, this ain't no. I am not the type to be in a relationship with somebody talking about some right or wrong. We gonna ride. No, forget all that. If you messed up, bro. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. That's just not. Now I can understand we coming in this thing together and things start going bad, but nah, I'm not finna come into a relationship and you messed up and you doing all this craziness and all this stuff. And I mean, sometimes our heart gets in the way of our mind. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say sometimes your heart won't get in the way of your mind. Sometimes your heart get in the way of your mind, man. Listen, like, follow, and share, man. I'm telling y'all, this is a good conversation because a lot of times we allow our heart to get in front of our mind and not realizing that what we see in front of us is just what we see in front of us. We keep on trying to look at this potential. We keep on trying to look at this possibilities and things that they could do. Now, sometimes it's all it is in front of you. All that is right there in front of you. If you met them, they didn't have no job, chances are they not going to get no job. If you met them and they didn't work out, chances are they not going to start working out. If you met them and something wasn't right, chances are they not going to get it right. And you got to quit. What we got to do is be mature as individuals and stop thinking that just because we love them strong, it's going to change who they are. I'm just trying to help you all this evening because loving somebody a lot doesn't mean that's going to change them. I'm just trying to help. You cannot love somebody to change. I'm telling you, you quit trying to love people to change, baby. I don't know who I'm helping on tonight. You ain't got enough love in the world. If God can't change them, your love ain't going to do nothing for them. I'm trying to help you on tonight. If God can't change them, if they ain't trying to change when you get with them, they ain't got no work ethic. They ain't got no respectability. They ain't got no honesty. If they ain't got no integrity, if they ain't got no morale, if they ain't got none of that stuff when you got with them, chances are they feel like who they are when you got with them is enough for you. I'm just trying to help you on this evening. And now your go-to I'm through move got to be manipulative. You got to strategize to get out this relationship. You up there talking about, shoot, what I'm going to do? Well, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I ain't going to cook. You know, you trying to strategize how to get out the relationship now because you done got yourself into something that you hope would change, but it didn't have any potential really at all. And so now we in this mug trying to strategize our go-to I'm through move because you really through, but you don't know how to get up out of this because you done seen the signs, you afraid of the signs now, and now you got to sit up there and tell them, you know, well, everything gonna be all right, but I think I'll just help you from a distance. And you try to create all these scenarios. We can be friends and all this stuff. No, we can't. No, we can't. You cannot be friends. Don't try to be friends. I'm telling you, do not put yourself in that situation at all. Don't do that to yourself, girl. Don't do that to yourself, bruh. Don't put yourself in those situations thinking that being friends is just as good as being, you know, in a relationship. No, cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off, Doc. Don't. My go-to I'm through move at this moment of my life, at this time of my life, is very, very mature. I'm gonna just tell them how I feel, and I ain't gonna disrespect them or nothing like that. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. Now, when you gotta manipulate yourself out of a situation, you in too deep. You in too deep. You ever had to manipulate yourself out of a situation? You ever had to tell yourself over and over again in the mirror, man, how I'm gonna get out of this? Man, golly, I done got myself in this situation. Ooh, I think they crazy too. I really think they crazy, man. They know where my mama stay. They know where my people stay. Where I'm gonna go if I get up out of this situation. Man, they gonna be going. You in too thick. You in too thick. You should have vetted well. You should have vetted them better. Like, have you ever been in that situation where you gotta actually talk yourself out of? I done been there before. Look, you ain't alone. I promise you are not alone. You can put it in. You can put it in the comments. I promise. Look, I done been there before. Man, I done got in a situation where, you'll never know how people truly are until they start getting comfortable with you. You'll never know how people truly are until they start getting comfortable with you. I'm telling you, females don't even fart in relationships till after about 3 months. I don't know what they be putting in there. I don't know what they be doing with them poops, man. You know, we just ate Taco Bell. Ain't no way in the world you ain't farted in 3 days. Cause what is you doing with these farts? But when they get comfortable, I'm telling you, they will walk through the kitchen while they cooking and let one go. Like, golly, Lord have mercy. Fix it, Jesus. You know, you never know how people are until they get comfortable. But sometimes some people's comfort is somebody's uncomfortable. Like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. This is way too much. And now you sit up and try to put yourself in a position. You're in a position that you try to get out of. What's your go-to I'm through move? I'm done. I'm done with this. I need to get up out of this. This just ain't even cool. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, some men, they get comfortable and feet get funky, like they don't get, I don't know. You know, I just seen a lot of situations where men get comfortable and stuff, weird stuff start happening. Weird stuff, like I don't know. It's a different kind of comfort when men start getting, oh no, that's not cool. What's not cool? No, people be tripping when they get comfortable. You'll never know who you with until they get comfortable. And then, you know, you start realizing that they don't really have any intentions to work. They don't really have any intentions to help with the bills. They don't really have any intentions to grow the relationship. When the last time you talked to your significant other about going higher? When the last time y'all had a conversation about just goals? I'm just trying to help you on tonight. Listen, don't tune me out. This is a good conversation. This is a conversation that you probably not having with nobody else. You probably wondering why y'all not even having this conversation. When the last time you talked to your significant other about finances in a sense where y'all saving? Like, when the last time y'all had these conversations? You gotta have these conversations. Yeah, posting and all that stuff tripping. People get comfortable, do all kind of things, and so now you put yourself in a situation where you trying to get out of it. Like, what you do? Like, at that moment when you done got in so thick, what do? Especially when y'all staying together. Now you done went way too far. Y'all staying together, y'all sharing beds, the toothbrushes. Say, last thing I want is somebody to use my toothbrush. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That'll probably end a relationship with me. That probably would have ended the relationship with me. I'm married now, so I probably have to go with counseling or something. But before, that probably would have ended the relationship. Don't use my toothbrush. We ain't that cool. I don't care what you say. We are not that cool. Like, and so what I used to do when I used to get through with people is I used to do what Calvin used to do, man. Like, we used to do the same thing. We used to get on people's nerves on purpose because I didn't know how to. I really didn't know how to start that conversation, initiate that conversation. Because most females from where I'm from, they kind of borderline psychotic. They borderline psychotic. I don't care if y'all looking or not. Y'all borderline psychotic. Like, y'all get tripping. Y'all be ready for, like, y'all start hitting the person and talking bad to a person, expecting them to hit you. Like, yeah, you finna whoop me today. You ain't going nowhere. You finna get scratched up. Yeah, it get crazy. So yeah, it was crazy. So you have to start doing stuff to make them get tired of you, and then sometimes that don't even work. You just be like, shoot, let me just go ahead and disappear, Lord. I'm from Highland Hills. You know where I'm from. Go quit acting like you don't know where I'm from. I'm from over there, yeah, well, you know, hood rats and hustlers. Quit playing with me. I'm keep it real with you. From where I'm from, they get a little crazy. Being bad at you across your head or something, expecting you to fight them, like real talk. Some females expect you to fight them because that's their response to not feeling like you with them. Like, and everybody's response is different. Like, when we from the hood, Everybody's response is different. I don't know where you from, sis. Like, where you from? Your response is gonna be different depending on how you was raised. Like for me, if somebody leave me, you know, I'm good. Like I've been left most of my life. People have left me most of my life. I ain't tripping about nobody leaving. I'm used to people leaving. Like I used to not even fight for people to stay in my life. That's how bad it was. I used to just let people leave because that's what. Oh, you from Glendale? You abusive, my God. My God. Where y'all from on here, man? Let me go ahead and introduce yourself. Rep your hood, rep your spot real quick. I want to see how many people on here actually from where I'm from, they understand. Yeah, you abusive. Like most females from Oak Cliff, they borderline psychotic. Yeah, it'd be hard to have that conversation. You be sitting up there talking about, well, we need to talk. Oh, what you want to talk about? Oh, shoot, man. See, every time we start talking about this, you go to tripping. What you mean I go to, you know, all that stuff? Nah, bruh. Nah, so you got to exit. You got to find another exit strategy. You know, your go-to I'm through move got to change a little bit, or you going to be in loose stereo on a domestic violence charge messing with these females from Oak Cliff. I am not lying, boy. Oh, you from Duncanville, Oak Cliff, the Velt area? See, most of y'all psychotic. Most of y'all psychotic. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but I'm talking about y'all yes to you. Not this today you, but yes to you. Yes to you, you probably Lancaster. Yeah. Anybody around that Metroplex within 10 miles of that area, yeah, you probably a little bit rough. And so it was hard for people like me to have that conversation with you. So what we do is we start talking about stuff to make you feel degraded. Make you feel, you know, less of a woman or less of an individual. So that was our exit strategy. Now y'all are more receptive to the conversation because most of y'all don't want us no way. Most of y'all don't want us no way. Y'all be like, shoot, I'm good. I don't need no man. No, I'm just playing. Y'all do want us, but you know, y'all act different now. Y'all a little more mature now. Y'all had a conversation with us. Now the conversation starts. But why did it have to start so late in life? Do you know how far along we would have been had we had those conversations back then? But the problem was we didn't see those conversations going up. We didn't see no good relationships growing up. We saw abusive men and relentless women. We just seen unhealthy stuff growing up, and so we didn't have a chance to operate in our go-to through move. Our go-to through move was what we seen on TV, what we seen in the hood. It was bad, like it was horrible. I don't know if I'm the only person that can attest to that, but I'm telling you, I can attest that my go-to through move was not good. I'm telling you now, it wasn't good. And, you know, most of the time when a female finna leave a dude, he wouldn't answer the phone. He wouldn't have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? The only time he had that conversation was when he had thought about it and was like, sure, you know what? I don't need her. Just know that the man that I already had a conversation with his boys before he come and get dumped. I'm going to tell y'all right now, because he know it's coming. He be like, shoot, bro, I think she finna leave me, bro. I think she finna, yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna even answer the phone. I ain't answering the phone. Y'all messed up, bro. So we being prepared ourselves for that conversation, just in case y'all really want to know. Now, I don't know what y'all women do. I don't know if y'all prepare yourself, because when the conversation starts, it don't seem like y'all prepared at all. Like, and I know y'all sometimes being prepared, but it really don't seem like y'all done prepared at all, because I guess it hurts to her when it comes to a woman. And some men like that too, you know, they get the tripping and get a little abuse. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Most of the time you can see that before it come too. And how many times have you allowed that to get the best of you? Like, it's crazy. Like, how do you leave a job? I'm curious. How do you leave a job? Do you put in your 2 weeks notice? I'm just curious. Like, what's your go-to through move when it comes to your job? Do you just go in, just start going in whenever you get ready? Like, shoot, I don't want this job. No way, they gonna have to fire me. Like, do you do it? Because a lot of times that'll determine how you leave relationships. How do you leave your job? I'm curious. How do you leave? Do you put in your 2 weeks notice? Do you get them a heads up? Do you go and have a mature conversation? Or do you just start coming in and telling people to clock you in? You ain't even at work. Like, you just start doing stuff to make them fire you. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all put in y'all 2 weeks notice or y'all start tripping? I'm curious. Like, how do y'all leave? Sounds very familiar. Yeah. Y'all know we used to do that a lot, too. Don't get on a job that you just don't really like at all. Boy, it'd be you stealing and everything. Shoot, I don't want to be here no way. They gonna have to fire me. If they fire me, I'm taking this. You tripping. Like, is that what you used to do? Like, because that'll determine how you leave relationships. And I'm telling you, they need to fire me, right? Everybody want that unemployment. Everybody want to get fired for that unemployment. You know, you get fired still and you don't get no unemployment. If you get fired or anything, you know, they call insubordinate, you don't even get no unemployment. So you don't even go to work. Girl, you would go get fired and you won't even get no unemployment. Like, you better hope they grace you with unemployment. But a lot of times, how we leave situations determine how we got in. Like, you got to realize that if a person leaves you in an abusive manner, they really abuse their way into your life. You just didn't see it because it was manipulative. And manipulation is abuse, in case you didn't know. I knew I was leaving 6 months before. I put in my 2 weeks notice. My God, then why did you stick around? So you had to, I'm pulling my 401k screw unemployed. Oh my God, Lord have mercy, Alicia. We gonna have to have a conversation, girl, because you are not supposed to pull your we are not supposed to do it like that. We're supposed to do it better. God dog it, man. Y'all go to I'm through move. Y'all looking at how Will slaps Chris, but you don't realize you walking around slapping Chris every day when you doing stuff like this. That's your go-to. That's a reaction that you have. That's how you responding to your situation. You may not be doing it in the physical, but you sure doing it by not showing up to your job, by not having the conversations in your relationship. We all have done it. I'm telling you, I done it. You done it. We all done it. But man, it's time for us to get better when it comes to exiting out. We got to get better strategies. And the reason we got to get better strategies is because situations like what happened last night. Do y'all not realize that actually crippled Will Smith's career? Now, how many times have you crippled your potential relationships with the things that we have done, the way we've exited, the things that we have allowed to build up? We allow people to treat us lesser than in order to feel more than what we were. And I said feel because you was more than that, but you allow somebody to treat you lesser than that. Only because of love, only because we wanted to be in a relationship, only because we wanted to do. And so I go to them through move, actually got a little crazy. Anytime you put somebody's stuff outside on the porch, change the locks. Now that's, bro, you ain't even worried about where they going. They might be sleeping out. And I'm telling you, if they that crazy, you gonna open that door and they gonna be sleep on your porch. Don't worry. You probably done had it happen before. You probably had that crazy person sleep in front of your house before on the step. Man, come on, man. We got to do better than that. I can't take it with me when I die. Lord have mercy. At least we're going to have to have a real serious conversation about this. I knew my time was running out. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to, and a lot of times I think it's this. A lot of times we don't look at that when God closes one door, he opens another. A lot of times we're not looking at it like that because we feel like we want to stay in this room for the rest of our life, but God didn't call us to stay there. And the problem is we get discouraged because our future doesn't look as good as what our present is, not knowing that our future is actually brighter than where we're at. And so we got to realize that sometimes walking out of this door and allowing it to close is actually telling God that you're confident in who he's creating you to be. We got to get out of those mindsets of actually staying in places that God didn't call us to stay. And I know it's weird, right? Your go-to through move has to adjust. It has to get, because the next relationship you leave, depending on how you leave, is going to determine the next one you enter. Man, see, it's the last few minutes of the show. I got to give y'all some nuggets. I got to give y'all some stuff. The next relationship you leave and how you leave it is going to determine the next relationship you enter. I'm guaranteeing to tell you. I'm telling you this right now. How you leave a relationship actually dictates how you enter the next one. If you leave a relationship immature, guess what? You go get in the next relationship immature. If you leave a relationship mature, guess what? The next relationship you'll get in is going to be mature. Because how you leave is going to determine how you enter. And how you leave also determines the reason you entered in the first place. A lot of times we don't realize that because we don't see the end from the beginning. But it's cool. I got you. I'm your boy. I'm trying to help you on tonight. What's your go to through move? It ought to be a move that'll get you to your next level. See, if your go-to through move only keeps you at the same level you're at, then you need to change your move up, sweetheart. You need to change your move up, brother, and elevate your move so that you can elevate yourself. And see, when we exit something right, it actually gives us confidence to step into the next thing right. But when we exit something wrong, it actually discourages us into stepping into the next thing wrong because we realize that we shouldn't have left that way. We failed the test. I'm just trying to help y'all on tonight. Listen, your next go to through move ought to be better. Your next go to through move ought to reflect your character. Your next go to through move ought to get you to the next level. If it's not taking you higher, And chances are that's not where you're supposed to be. That's not how you're supposed to. Matter of fact, you better than that. You need to quit leaving the way you leave. They didn't appreciate your presence anyway. Why are you leaving and letting them giving them something to talk about? Forget that. They ain't got to. If they got to talk about you when you leave, chances are they talked about you the whole time you was there. Give them nothing to talk about. Hey, man, look, it's time for me to go. I realize now that I'm better. And it's not saying that you better than them. You just better than the situation. I get it. You know, a lot of times we leave and we thinking that we better than, you're not better than the next person, but you are better than that situation. And sister, you got to know that you are better than that situation. Ain't no way in the world a man should treat you like a possession when you're an actual person. The only time he talk to you is when he want to get between your legs or when he asks you for something to eat or something. No, ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world, bro. You supposed to be somebody's sneaker link. All right, I ain't gonna go all the way through the like that, but I'm just saying we gotta do better as a people, because how you leave determines why you enter. And guess what? How you leave this next situation, how you leave this next job is gonna determine your next move. I'm just trying to help you on today. I know it's prophecy time. I'm prophesying over your life. Remember this: the next relationship you leave is gonna determine the next relationship you get in. And I'm not just talking about friendships. I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about jobs. I'm talking about whatever the next. And you know what you need to leave. You know what you need to leave. You know what's not working. You know what part of your life, because every part of your life is not bad. You know, you might be in a relationship with a person that's good, but you got another part of the relationship that's bad, which is your friendship, because they not. You can't be married with single friends and go everywhere with your single. That's not gonna work. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. Married people most of the time should not be hanging with single friends. And single friends, y'all need to get y'all some married friends, because y'all probably want to get married. It's just things that you do that actually creates who you are going to be and pushes you to your purpose. And I'm just trying to push you to your purpose tonight and tell you that your next go-to through move ought to reflect who you are, not what you've been through. Shouldn't reflect your drama. Shouldn't reflect all of the things that hurt you in life. It should reflect where you're going and who you are going to be. Hey, this your boy, man. Look, I enjoyed y'all here on the Chatterbox, man. Y'all was really honest at some points, man. Y'all was really, really honest. I appreciate y'all getting on here, man, and actually having these conversations with me, man. Say, the next topic we're going to be talking about is, have you ever been mansplained? And we'll talk about that going into the next segment, man. Have you ever been mansplained? And if you ain't never seen or know what it is, just go and look it up. You probably have been mansplained a few times. You just didn't know that you was being mansplained. But look, I appreciate y'all getting on here with your boy, man. It's been a good Monday, man. Y'all get ready for this testimony, man, that I'm going to give y'all, man, about this whole situation with my brother, man, and my brother-in-law killing my brother, man, and shooting me up, man. I think the segment is going to be called Under the Gun, man, because, man, I was literally under the gun, man. You'll never know the emotions, the thoughts that was running through my head when I was being shot up, man. Just to let y'all know, I didn't close my eyes one time. I looked at him in his eyes the whole time he was shooting me. Yeah, it was crazy, but, man, I'm going to talk to y'all about it, man. I really think that y'all should hear what happened with that, because you might be in a situation not even knowing that you're there, and because I didn't know I was there until I was laying on the ground getting shot up. And so, you know, we got to have that conversation. But I love y'all, man. Say, it's your boy Shelvin, man. I appreciate y'all cruising through, chatting with your boy, man. Next week, come back. We go chat it up. Peace.